guys, it's your girl Abby and I am back with another video. As you can probably tell by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about mindset shifts to build and boost your confidence. Throughout this video, I am going to be dropping 3 major mindset shifts that you can adopt to not only build your confidence, but change the way you think about confidence and about yourself and self-esteem. And so without further ado, let's get straight into the video and let's talk all things confidence. Okay. The first major mindset shift that you need to know and have and keep in your back pocket whenever it's needed, you need to pull it out, okay? This is the first thing that you need to know, have, and keep. And that is how you see yourself is what matters most. I'm gonna say that again. How you see yourself is what matters most. And so what that means is that your confidence is not based on how your friends think about you, how they see you, how your family thinks about you, how they see you, how your boyfriend or your girlfriend, how they see you, what they think about you. Your confidence is based on how you see and think and feel about yourself. Now, does that mean that the opinion of our family, friends, partners, anyone around us, does that mean that their opinion means nothing? No, absolutely not. We are going to consider the opinions of the people around us, our social network, our social circle, but when doing so, it's important to, vet people out. You've got to make that, mental note of like, okay, who is in my circle that is supportive? Who is in my circle that not necessarily is supportive, but I know that they have my best interest at heart, right? Because you don't want to get confused with the people that support you and the people that genuinely have your best interest at heart. Because when someone is giving you their opinion, right, or giving you advice, it might not be what you want to hear. It might not be what you want to do, and so it might not sound like support, but if you know that someone is really for you and someone really cares about you and your best interest, then you know that, okay, their opinion might not be what I want to hear right now, but I know that, they want what's best for me. And so let me consider what they have to say. Let me consider their opinion. But ultimately, at the end of the day, your confidence does not come from how other people see you, but how you see yourself. And so when it comes to like physical things, right? When it comes to how you feel about your physical appearance, right? Do you like the way that you look? When you look in the mirror, how do you feel about yourself? Do you like what you see? When you're putting on an outfit, do you like the outfit? It's not about what other people are gonna think will look good. It's not about what I'm wearing or how I'm looking to get compliments. How do I feel about myself? And another thing about knowing yourself and basing your confidence on how you feel is it's another way to protect your identity, right? Because if you base your identity, meaning who you are, off of how other people see you and their perspective of you, guess what? You're not gonna know who you are, because who you are is based off of everybody's opinion, and everybody's opinion is going to be different. There is going to be people that love you. There's going to be people that hate you. There's going to be people that feel indifferent about you. And so knowing yourself and basing your confidence on how you genuinely feel about yourself, your personality, your physical appearance, your work, what you're producing, how you feel about it is what protects your identity, because you define whether this is something that resonates with you or not, if this is something that's authentic to you or not, right? Not the opinion of others. And so when people have their opinions, you can take it in and you can let it go. You can be that filter, right? You are that filter of like, okay, I know who I am. And so you're bringing in an opinion or a comment. Okay, cool. Does this align with who I am? Does this even does it sit with me? Can I keep it? Can I not? You're the one that's filtering it. You're not just taking in what everybody says about you, right? You're hearing it, but it's not staying with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, boom, out the door. That's not me. No, that's not me. I'm not lazy. No, that's not me. I'm not ugly. No, that's not me, right? But you are the one that's filtering that. And so know yourself so that you can be a clean and healthy filter, right? Okay, the second mindset shift is how other people treat you does not define you. I'm gonna say that again. How other people treat you does not define you. How other people treat you is based off of their perspective of you. Okay? How other people treat you is based off of their perspective of you. Now, let me just say this, okay? Different people value different things. Okay? So let's say, for example, I have these plants. Okay? And I value this plant because it adds an ambiance to my room. And I value this ambiance. I value, the aesthetic that the plants give me, the feeling that the plants give me. I value this plant. And so what am I going to do? I am going to water it. I am going to shift and turn its position to make sure that it gets the most light possible. I am going to take care of this plant because I value it. Now, if I had a different perspective on plants and I thought, well, plants don't really add much value to my room. Plants don't add much of an ambiance. They actually take away from the ambiance that I want. And so I don't really care to have plants. I don't really care to take care of the plants because they don't add much value to what I need, right? It's not that the plant is not valuable. It's that my perspective and what I consider valuable, what I consider being an addition to my room, my ambiance, to whatever it is I'm going for, does not include a plant. But to the person that values the plant, that does not take away from the value of it. To the plant itself, the plant is still valuable, but two people have two different perspectives. The way that I see a plant is valuable and it adds a lot to this room. The way someone else sees it, not my thing. Don't really care if it's there or if it's not, and so I'm not really going to take care of it. And so you have to understand that how other people treat you does not define you. How other people treat you is based off of their perspective of you. And so if someone doesn't see your value, the way that they treat you is not going to be of care and value. And guess what? We can't, and it's not our job and responsibility to show and prove our value to other people, right? The people that see your value are going to see your value, and guess what? They're going to care for it accordingly. But it's not your job to show people you're valuable, right? This goes back to the first point of you are the one that defines yourself. You are the one that says, I am valuable or I am not. Right? And for the sake of this video of confidence boosting, we need to tell ourselves we are valuable. There are so many great and amazing things about ourselves that make us valuable. We're not perfect. Absolutely not. But there is value and there is good, right? And so whether you see it or whether you don't, the value is there. I guarantee you there will be another person that sees your value. And this is no tea and no shade to the people that don't recognize our value, right? Different strokes for different folks. Sometimes we take things so personally. But even when it comes to like connecting to people, like even when you're making new friends, there's people that you vibe with and people that you don't vibe with, right? And I don't know the ins and outs of why we vibe with some people and why we don't vibe with other people, but that's just the fact of life that you've kind of got to accept. Some things are not meant to be thought about too much. I'm telling you, man, let me tell you something. Sometimes you got to just accept things for what they are, because you will literally drive yourself mad, right? Like, you don't need to think, well, why am I not valuable to them? Well, why don't they see the value? Okay, well, what's valuable to you and why don't I meet that criteria? No. Shut it right there. No, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. Trust and believe that there are people that will see your value and you will not have to explain it to you. End of story, point blank, period. Leave it at that, okay? Don't drive yourself insane. Don't drive yourself mad. The third and last perspective shift is you are independent from anyone else's perspective. Your value comes from a place within. I'm going to read that last part again. Your value comes from a place within. Now, that relates to the other points, as in how we define ourselves defines our value, right? But on a deeper level, if you guys want to go a little deep with me, okay? I would even dare say that your value comes from a place within or above, meaning the creator, the one that created you. that's where your value comes from, right? If you want to know about yourself, okay, listen, I heard someone talk about this. I don't remember who it was, but I think I was listening to a podcast, and they were saying, like, when you have a toy, right? Like when you're a kid and you have a toy and you need to put all the pieces together. Like I used to play with Barbies, and there would be like Barbie doll houses, and in order to put all the pieces together to have it fully functioning and working, you had to go to the instruction manual and see which piece goes with which, so that the house could be built, right? So that you could have the Barbie dream house, okay? Now, if I tried to put the Barbie house together without using the manual, I guarantee you that house would come out janky. Okay, even think about IKEA furniture. You know, when you try and put IKEA furniture together by yourself, you're like, I don't need the instructions. I'm gonna just do what I gotta do. And then the week later, it's like you hear creaking and cracking and things start breaking and cracking and just falling apart. Yeah, that's what it's like to try and understand ourselves without the manual, without going to the creator, the one that created us, right? And so it's understanding that there's gonna be moments and there's gonna be times where you feel not confident, where your self-worth and your esteem is low, you know? You just can't seem to see your value, right? And so in those moments when it's like you're just down and you're just not feeling it, and maybe things have happened and you're like, I just don't see my worth in this season. I just don't see why other people see that I'm valuable in this season. That's when you go to the creator and you say, and you go to his word. I'm a Christian, and so I read the Bible, and that's where I get, you know, my connection to God. But whatever you do, I don't know, whatever you do, go to God, pray, okay, and ask him to show you the worth that you are searching for. You know, I didn't think I was going to share this story, but since we're on the topic, there was a moment in my life, like a couple years ago, when I went through a really rough breakup. I would even call it a breakup because the man just ghosted me. So one day we were in a relationship, the next day gone, and it really took a shot at my confidence, because I was like, wow, someone that I was in a relationship with, that I shared my vulnerability, that I shared, you know, my intimacy with, you know what I'm saying, that I gave myself to on an emotional, physical, and mental level, didn't even see my value to let me know, like, I'm not trying to be with you. Didn't even see the value in me, or had the respect for me to say, oh yeah, this is not what it is, this is how I'm feeling, to just give me an explanation. He disappeared from my life. And the way that I internalized that was like, oh, it's because I'm not valuable. Oh, it's because I'm not that great of a girlfriend. I'm not that great of a partner. I don't even deserve. I get it. I get why you did it, because I'm worthless, right? And I went through a phase where I genuinely thought that I was worthless, and that I didn't have value, and that I wasn't worthy of being in a relationship. I wasn't worthy of being, you know, a partner, because clearly I'm not that good at it if someone just disappears, right? And it got to a point where I was like, okay, I really can't live this way anymore. Like, I really can't go around with this view and perspective of myself. It's just not sustainable. And I know my potential, and I know that me thinking of myself in this way is not going to lead me anywhere. You know, it's only going to bring me down into the ground. And so I remember praying every single night, God, I don't see my worth. I do not see my worth. I don't know what other people see in me, because there's people in my life that are telling me, you know, these amazing and great things about myself, and they love me and they like me and they want to date me, but I can't see it. Like, I genuinely can't see it. And so God, please show me the worth that you see in me. Whatever it is you see in me, whatever it is you created and put in me, because I know I'm here for a reason. Whatever it is, please show me. And I remember praying that every single night, until eventually I started to see my worth. Eventually, right? This is supernatural. When you're praying, when you have a relationship with God, a part of it is supernatural. And so I can't sit here and explain to you what happened, how things changed, but I can say that I prayed this prayer night after night, and over the course of a couple months, I started to shift the way that I was thinking about myself. I started to recognize that, okay, the way that this man treated me is not a reflection of me. Oh, it's not. Oh, because you treated me that way doesn't mean that this is me. Doesn't mean that I'm worthless. You didn't see my value, and that's okay. You didn't see my worth until you treated me in this way. Or sometimes, another perspective shift. Sometimes people don't even see their own worth and their own value, right? And then they treat people in that same way, right? Because hurt people hurt people. I know some people don't like that saying, but let me tell you, it's true. Hurt people hurt people. It's a cycle and it's a circle, right? And so you've got to realize that your value, the instruction manual, comes from upstairs. And so if you are at a place where, you know, maybe you're hitting rock bottom like I was. Rock bottom as in nothing was working. As in I needed you to drop something from the sky, because I wouldn't believe anyone in my life that would tell me I'm valuable, I'm lovable, I'm da 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 da. I don't believe it. I need you to drop it from the sky. If that is you, pray. If that is you, start to search from the creator. I'm telling you, it worked for me. I don't know, but it worked for me. And so it's understanding that, you know, you were created with value, that you are put on this planet. You are living for a reason. You're not here for no reason. You're not here for, you know, shits and giggles. No, you are here for a reason. You and all the lives that you inflict, that you have an effect on, is for a reason. God has a plan, honey. You're not here for no reason. God has a plan. Let me tell you that. He has a plan. But yeah, I think that pretty much summarizes everything, right? Like, confidence is something that comes from within. Confidence is something that, you know, it stems from how you think about yourself. And so, you know, you really got to change the perspective you have of yourself. Know that no one can define who you are except you and the creator, the one above. And if you are curious about how and what he says about you, my friend, go to the Bible. You can just read right there. He says that you're valuable. He says that you are created in image and likeness of him. That says a lot. The creator that created the heavens and earth created you, and you're in the image and likeness of him. That's special. You're special. But anyways, I could ramble on and on and on and on and on. This video is getting what? Oh my god, it's getting long. That's what it is. We need to end it. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for watching and getting this far into this video. I am wishing and praying for confidence in your life, for you to recognize the value and worth that you have, for you to see it, because I could sit here and I could tell you all day and all night long how valuable and worthy you are, but if you don't believe it and if you don't see it, it means nothing. And so go and start to apply these mindset shifts into your life and let me know the effects that it has. I will connect with you guys in another video. If you are interested in my other socials, you can reach me at ABIGXRL Abby Girl on Instagram and on TikTok. And I will see you guys in another video. Peace and love, and I will see you next time.